Hey, what is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and I think we have everybody's favorite arm wrestler here on the show. He has a massive 2.5 hour long drive, but we're not going to go live for 2.5 hours. And he caused one of the biggest impacts in arm wrestling without saying a word. And we'll talk about that in a moment, of course. I'm talking about the one and only Toddzilla Todd Hutchings. What is going on, my man?
Not a whole lot. Just I got East vs. West coming up in about 4 weeks. So, you know, clean living and a good woman, just preparing.
Hey, geez, that's just the recipe of life. Clean living and a good woman. I've got a good woman, but my wife's amazing. I'm not as clean living as I'd like to be. But we'll get in there. Everyone, make sure you say g'day to Todd. Todd, I just quickly want to have a laugh. You don't have to mention anything before. We were just briefly talking about it before we went live. I absolutely loved that it was your name first that was brought up with contracts, and the whole world went upside down and you didn't even say a word, and it just blew up. And knowing, you know, we caught up at AWE thanks to those guys, and just knowing your personality, I thought, oh, this is brilliant. But it was so good. But we're not here to talk about contracts. We're here to talk about you becoming the East versus West 105 kilo world champion against some bum named Ongarbaev. No, he's not a bum.
Nobody heard of him.
It's going to be brilliant. Well, I'll just quickly say hi to everyone because everyone is up and about that you're on the show. James says, can't wait to watch this. Everybody's favorite daddy, Toddzilla. We've got Pops, who's going to murder this kid. My man Spermies is in there. So this match could be a show stealer. Stealing hearts and stealing shows. That's what Toddzilla does. From my man White Wolf, we got Richard Jennings saying good evening, everyone. Stacks. This match may be more interesting than the Devon Dennis match, which has been a big talk at the moment. Nikolai says it's going to be a banger. Spacey says if Uncle Todd wins, this is I'm going to try training like him for a while. There you go. You just
wait. Beating Brzezinski wasn't good enough for him to train like me. What the hell?
You know what our wrestling fans are like, Todd? Just always wanting more.
I was going to say, okay, you know.
Roy Baker says, the worst technician versus the best technician. This match here. Oh, yeah, look, we have to agree. Nope, I said no to Google. Says, if you solve the geometry problem, you can do this, Todd. And everyone is up and about saying, sup, I hope Todd wins. Constipated Devon says, Todd, I've been using your strap, and my brother says it's not fair because I gain more side pressure from it. There we go. It's all there. Mitchell says, dirty living and a bad woman, you say. He's up and about. Phil Woody's in the chat, says, good day, everyone. Seeing you again, Todd, at East versus West 10. Try and stick around after the match this time. Are you, speaking of that, Todd, are you just like the most busiest person on the planet? Because you've always got somewhere to be.
I'm pretty busy. I've got, arm wrestling's like, it's not a full-time job, but it's close, you know. and I've got other stuff on the side besides my normal job. So yeah, things are pretty busy. I haven't seen television in like 6 or 7 years. You know.
I could imagine, mate. I could imagine. As everyone's quickly say hi to everyone. White Wolf's in there. Devon's forearm, and we're here. Todd's on the road. I apologise if I haven't said g'day to you guys. We're here to talk to Toddzilla. Mate, how is the training going?
You know, I hate to oversell it or jinx it, but things are going surprisingly good. I mean, it feels great to finally be entering my prime. You know what I mean? While everybody's getting old, I'm just now entering my prime. So things are going really well. I got Captain Dave with the Muddy River Boys. He helped prep me for the John and the Ibrahim match, and then I got 2 other groups that I'm working with. So I'm pulling like 3 times a week now, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of strategy work in, a lot of work capacity.
So what does a day in the life of Todd do? Because as you said, arm wrestling could be a full-time job. It's not yet. You've got a job. So how does someone that's not backed by their government and doing it as a full-time sport, what does a Toddzilla day look like to prepare for Ongarbaev?
All right. Well, we get up at 4, and we train for the first time in the day before work, before our day job. Then after the day job, we either train again in the gym or we go to like one of 3 practices. So I'm with the Muddy River Boys. I got an Illuminati arm wrestling group over here in Ontario, Ohio. And then I got the Bohemian Girl Boys over in Wellington, Ohio. So I'll train with them. And then when that's all done, I got this whole little side gig, this truck excavating thing I've been working on for several years, which I'm hoping, I got an investor in it, so hopefully that carries me through to retirement,
Well, hopefully you never retire from arm wrestling. So I'm glad that you've signed a contract, because every time we've spoken, there's been a bit of, oh yeah, this might be my last year, but you are locked in, buddy. So we are up and about for that. So how long is a training session?
I'm negotiating the guest host position on the Aussie Arm Wrestler podcast. So I've got that, I got my people working on that in the background.
Yeah, it's costing me a fortune.
You got to it's because you got Australian lawyers. You got to pay them in American money. It's cheaper.
Oh, yeah, we get ripped off here. Everyone wants to know what kind of car you're driving. Very, very weird, but what kind?
It's a Honda with no headliner.
Yeah,
it's an 8th generation Civic with no headliner. The Honda's going to side barbell system, so it had to shed some weight to make a lower weight class.
Yeah. I thought you were in the flux capacitor. I thought you were Back to the Future. But how long has this match been in the making with Ongarbaev? When did you find out about it?
It was funny because Engen offered it to me a long time ago, like as soon as, like right after the John match. But he asked me what I wanted to do, and I said I wanted to go into the lower weight class and pull Sasho after the Sasho and Paul Lynn match. So Engen said that's okay. And then he came back and asked again if I'd rather pull Ongarbaev, and I just said, look, I think I'm better suited for the lower weight class just because everybody down there's shorter. I won't be the shortest person in it anymore. At the last East versus West, he came at me again, and I said, look, Engen, I don't care. I'll pull whoever you say. So I go, if you're telling me to pull Ongarbaev, I'll pull him and I won't complain. If you're asking me, I want to pull Sasho. And Engen says, I am not going to tell you what to do. I go, That's your job. You're the boss. You have to tell me what to do. So then he came back, I think it was like a month later, and he goes, how about you pull Ongarbaev and I give you a little bit more money because I'm a capitalist. I go, deal! So then that settled.
Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. We just got a super chat here from White Wolf. He goes, I hate to mention the obvious, but Todd, are you missing your car roof liner? Did it catch fire?
No, it's sitting in my garage. So.
And then he also says, sorry, Todd, I want you to win, but I have Kydyrgali by a whisker. Prove me wrong.
Okay. I deal. I'm not worried.
No, I don't think you've ever been worried for a match. And 66% of the people in the chat think that you will beat Toddzilla. And I've actually just done a video, and I'm one of those 66%. I think Toddzilla wins. Just before we get like deep diving into the Ongarbaev match, what was it like when you were when you were in Canada and pulling John? And I don't want to say it in a disrespectful way, but you won relatively. It looked relatively easy on your end, beating John. I mean, you flashed him round 4. What was it like? Because you love John, you're good friends and things like that, but to get a very dominating win.
Yeah, it was. I was prepared to lose the first 2. Looking at John's most recent matches, he looked like he got tired in the later matches, and I think he was about as fast as I was, so I was just super hyper scared of his top roll and also his ability that even if he's in a losing position, to still pronate out of it. So I figured if I could get the brakes on him in matches 1 and 2, and then just make those painful and grueling, as long as I had something left in my arm, I could come back on the later matches. But I just think I think just things aligned for me that day, because I think I was able to keep him across center, So he just had a really hard time getting his hand engaged, and I was putting a lot of stress in that hand. So after the first match was pretty long, and I could feel his hand starting to get a little weak. Like when we started gripping, I could tell he couldn't like clamp on my hand as hard. So I mean, it was bittersweet because, everybody looks up to him, and John's done like so much for me over the years.
Yeah.
But he also knew I was, going to come at him as hard as I could. And he knew I wasn't going to try any of that shit other people do, for one, because he'd expect it. And for 2, I can't do any of the other shit other people do. So, yeah. I can go find people to mimic John. John can't go find people to mimic me to train with,
No, that's definitely true. We've got a super chat here. Mike's Madness saying Toddzilla versus Travis Bajan. Would you like to pull Travis?
That's like, you don't have to ask me. You got to ask Engen.
Yeah, fair enough. I think what a lot of people need to understand is Todd Hutchings.
I mean, if we're not going to talk, if we're not going to talk contracts, we at least have to mention that from now on, Engen is the one putting everything together. So,
yeah, there you go, and you're the most easiest arm wrestler probably to deal with. Say
that again. You cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, you're probably the most easiest arm wrestler to deal with when it comes to negotiating.
I purposely strive to be. I strive to be very easy. So everything's negotiated over money. So.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I know you're mega busy. Have you been watching any of Ongarbaev's recent matches or anything like that? Or is it just side pressure Todd and we'll see what happens?
No, I watched the Ongarbaev Irakli match, the Ongarbaev Brzezinski, Ongarbaev Michael Todd, Ongarbaev Kydyrgali, and then I watched a few highlight reels of him. But I watched all his most recent. I watched a lot of his recent matches. There isn't a whole library of them out there recently, but I saw the four I'm more interested in. You know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's really cool. So when someone like yourself watches a match like that, does it give you more confidence, or was it like, shit, this guy's got a lot of weapons?
What it does is I watch the matches. I watch the matches with the sound off, so I don't hear any of the commentating, and I just make notes of, was it straps or not, who was on top, who hit first, who had endurance, who had hand, So the guy's got the Michael Todd match is one of the more impressive ones because he had tremendous endurance, but he always had hand position on Michael Todd. But even more inspiring was the Kydyrgali match where he had incredible endurance with no hand. I mean, he had his hand flopped over and palm up, and he still had crazy endurance. So I wrote endurance and circled it a bunch of times on my paper. Okay. So I went and found two more arm wrestling groups to pull with. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I tell you, yeah, it's going to be an interesting match, and everyone's absolutely loving it here in the chat, which is good. So then, there we go. Just rolling on from there. Like, did you ever think, especially in the last couple of years, that you would be going for another world title with everything that was going on? We had the lockdowns and no one was arm wrestling, and you don't really pull tournaments, and now all of a sudden you're going for the biggest title in the world at the moment in your weight division.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect arm wrestling to get big again. The WAL treated me very well. I did very well in the WAL. I am doing way better in East versus West. It's not even comparison. Okay, so no, I mean it seems like every few years a league comes along and it's better. I mean, I did really well with Igor and his Zloty, and then his tertiary events around Zloty. I did really well with the UAL and the WAL, but yeah, East versus West is just, it's more professional, it's more structured, and it's way more lucrative for me.
Yeah, no, that's the main thing there. And White Wolf's in there and he says, Jake, don't forget your pet peeve about peeps driving when in the chat. Idea to hang up on Todd. Be safe, Zilla, and buckle up. No, Todd and I spoke safety beforehand, so everything is okay.
Well, I'm developing one of those auto driving kits for my car, so I don't even need hands on this one. Of course, it is a manual, so I do have to shift gears.
Oh no, I don't want arm wrestling's first car crash, especially right before one of your most. Well, there's a question. Is this the most important match of your career so far?
No. The John match was more important to me for legacy and history. And the first year of the WAL, those finals, was my biggest payday ever. So, yeah, those would be the two. Um, the first time I pulled John was really important to me, but I didn't expect to win it. So, for a nostalgia purposes, my matches with John are more important to me. But the
Yeah.
first year of the WAL was the most important. I mean, that's the most money I've ever made in a day.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. That's what we want. That's what we want there. So, like the comparison of WAL and East versus West, what's it like constantly just pulling people at your own weight class? Because as we know, you were banned from your own weight class at WAL and you had to continue to pull monsters. So what's it like just, oh, okay, we're actually going to be the same weight when we get to the table?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not so much worried about the weight, but it's nice that the height difference is more in line. It's the really really tall people that give me fits. So I mean, I would rather pull somebody 6 foot tall that weighs 550 pounds versus somebody that's 6'4" and weighs 250 pounds. You know,
Ah, why is that?
because those tall people come hands. Okay, those tall people come with big hands, and then they're almost always posting top rollers.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Did I lose you?
Oh, hang on, we're just losing connection there, mate. Oh no, are you there, Todd? Hopefully, we can get Toddzilla back. The number one thing is he's safe on the road. We'll see if he said, what it's like you do a live with Toddzilla and
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see. I can't right now.
yeah, you keep cutting in and out, as in your audio as well. Oh, we'll see if he comes back in. We'll see if he comes back in. But I'll tell you what, I'm bloody excited for this one. If he doesn't come back in, we'll have a chat. Also, while I got you, we'll see if Toddzilla comes back into the chat. Straight after this, head over to Arm Gods because one of the matches of the night from the pay-per-view or from their premium live event in Gatineau, it was brilliant. Ted Wilson and Matt Scorpion Smith. So after this, it'll be at the top of the hour, I believe. 45 minutes, I think we're roughly around. Make sure you go and watch that. We'll have to. Hey, sorry if you've just rolled up. We'll see if Toddzilla comes back into the chat. If not, we'll have a bit of fun. We'll get in there. It's that tin metal roof that's causing internet problems. He's don't say that. Don't say that. There you go. God saying 10:45 GMT. No idea when that is, but hope it's soon. It is soon. Too much side pressure. That's why it's gone off. If you've just joined us, we did have Toddzilla on the show, but obviously internet and everything from his end was buggering up. So we'll just wait and see. I'm just checking if he's messaged me or not. We'll see if he tries to come back into the chat. If not, oh, there you go. Phil, we'll get in there. Bang. I hope you enjoyed the show with Monster Michael Todd yesterday. I think you guys went nuts in the chat, so you all need to make it up to me. Which was, there you go. Thank you, Phil. 35 minutes from now. There we go. Yep. So that's right. We worked it out. So this show would go for an hour, and then we would send everyone over to watch that match. I'm telling you, it was a genuine banger of a match. But let's talk about Toddzilla Ongarbaev whilst we are here, and hopefully he can come back. Definitely. Oh, it's Spermies, Chuggington. I like that. Definitely rooting for Toddzilla. I think a lot of us are. Living legend is Toddy. He was on there. I'll message him. I'll just send him a message. Let's see how we go. Try the link again. No stress if your internet is garbage. Appreciate the time, mate. Toddzilla, officially the worst person with internet. I was really trying to be a human being yesterday, Jake, but White Wolf wasn't helping me. No, it was pretty bad considering what Mike is going through at the moment. But let's focus on the awesome stuff, which is you guys, which is Toddzilla Ongarbaev. If you've just joined me, we'll try and get Toddzilla back on the show. His internet cut out, but at least we got some bits and pieces. He has just a bit of a recap. He has been studying Ongarbaev's match. Very interesting take that he watches it without sound. We'll try that. Can you hear me?
I don't know if you can hear me.
We can
I hear you and see you.
Okay.
I live up here where I don't know if you guys have the Amish or the Mennonites where you're from, but it's a real rural farming community here, so not much use for the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just saying Toddzilla probably has the worst internet after, out of anyone in arm wrestling. Question for you, Todd. A few people are asking in the chat. When you beat Ongarbaev, is the winner of the John Sasho match next in line for you? I know you always say it's whatever Engen says, but do you have a preference on who you would like to challenge you next?
It's whatever Engen says, and the last I heard from Engen was I would get a shot at that weight class at some point. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it depends on that or not, but that was a promise Engen made. But if Engen needs me in the upper weight class to keep his shows or keep whatever he needs to keep the business running, I'm fully supporting. But when he offered me the Ongarbaev match, he said, "Would you pull him? I'll pay you a little bit more, and I promise you, that shot at the other weight class." So, it'll all be taken care of eventually.
Yeah. Is there anyone you would like next? Like if Engen let you choose?
No, because I plan to win one of these titles, so I plan to just defend it until I have all the prizes. So
yeah, you're doing a Devon and collecting all the titles.
Yes. If I beat Ongarbaev, I might have to pull Devon because he's made noise about coming down there. Then we'll see how bad of a technician I really am.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Devon coming down to 105?
The 105 is a big tent. We welcome everybody.
And now, well, just quickly, whilst we are on Devon, what are your thoughts? Because you absolutely nailed the Devon versus Sandra's prediction. You said it was a complete mismatch, and it was. So what is your predictions and thoughts on the Devon versus Dennis match?
Have you seen Devon and his boy's latest video about the best technician versus the worst one yet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, this is interesting because that kind of applies to him and Dennis's match because Devon's a lot more versatile than Dennis is. Now, Dennis isn't as one-dimensional as, say, like Levon, but Dennis is kind of a very narrow, well-defined power puller. So I think what we're going to find out is these horrible technicians win both matches. I think me and Dennis both win.
Wow. So you're picking Dennis. Wow.
I might lose you here again, but that's what I think.
How does Dennis win?
I think he wins like when he beat Dennis left-handed last time. Now Dennis has a lot more versatility than what it looks like, because whether Dennis is pulling somebody who's an inside puller or an outside puller, Dennis always looks the same. So it takes a very strong, skilled person to, no matter what you throw at him, to finish it the exact same way. But I think Dennis knows what it takes to get up there and what it takes to be. And of course, I thought Vovoda knew that too. So, but yeah, these predictions would be a lot easier if you could go watch people train and talk to them. But in all honesty, you don't see nothing but what they put out on YouTube, and most of the predictions are based on fandom, anyways.
Oh, massive guesswork.
Yeah. But I'm going to pick Dennis only because Devin's pulling Ongarbaev. So.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Absolutely love it. A couple of quick questions here. We've got. Would love to see a rematch with Prudnik at 105. At 105, do you think you could beat Prudnik?
I don't know what weight class he's in. I mean, before we started getting these titles and stuff, East versus West was just, there was really no defined weight classes. Engen just put you two people together. So.
Oh, and he's gone. I'll just message him. He is gone. No stress if he hasn't come back in. So there you go. Hey, good old fun there. We'll just put that microphone back there and the surroundings. We'll see if Todd can come back in. No, that's all right. What we'll do is we'll let you go because the internet's great. You've got somewhere to be. So thanks heaps for coming on the show, mate. And I hope you absolutely smash it at East versus West.
Thank you very much. I'm always happy to come on your show.
Yeah, I'll speak to you afterwards, man. Thank you so much.
Bye now. Bye, everybody. Call your mom.
There it is. Call your mum. You've heard it from Toddzilla there. What a legend. I just thought, we don't want... Sorry, let me just fix that. We don't want to have him in and out and people getting frustrated. So we'll have another chat for about 20 minutes and things like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now I want to ask everyone, whilst hearing from Toddzilla, what do we think? Are you convinced? Are you convinced that Todd's going to win, or are you still sticking with Kydyrgali Ongarbaev? My original prediction, I made a video. It was Toddzilla. I just think I'm trying to go with arm wrestling maths, which makes no sense. I thought Todd handled John a bit better than Kydyrgali did. I thought he handled Irakli a bit better than Kydyrgali did. So I am very, very interested and keen to see how it goes. But I also, as you guys know, I'm also happy to be proven wrong because, yeah, it just makes arm wrestling more interesting. All right, let's see what everyone's in there. He says, okay, seeing Toddzilla's current mental state and him saying he's now in his prime, I'm all in for him winning. I'll start taking bets. Peeps. There we go. What else is everyone saying in the chat? Oh, Zilla also mentioned he hates pulling people over 6'4". Yeah, he doesn't like it. What else have we got? Do well, Todd says historian. Latest Todds. Yeah. Still stick around. We'll talk for a bit before the Arm Gods match. We'll have a bit of fun. I will call my mummy, says Canadian Psycho. Mr. Peanuts in the chat. 20 minutes until the Arm Gods match. Thank you, Phil. I hope Toddzilla wins. I think he'll win. I do. I think he'll win. Kydyrgali Ongarbaev is just a genuine superstar of the sport. I don't care who wins. I really don't. But I do hope, Todd always comes on the show. He's always helped me out, especially in the early days as the Aussie arm wrestler. So we've spent a day in the pub together, having a few drinks, and met in person. So I'm gonna hope for that. There's no way Todd beats him, says my man Big B. Why is that Big B? Talk to me. He's too good. Ongarbaev is too good, says my man, Big B. There you go. Chuggington's in the chat, says, when I saw that event from back in the day when Toddzilla beat Dave Randall and Cleve Dean, I knew he was something special, really special. He absolutely is. If you've just joined us, Todd was on the show for the first half hour. He's driving through a rural area, farming area where he is, so the internet sucks. So I thought instead of just annoying everyone, we can get in there. But what else have we got? Yeah, get in there. Get some questions in. We're still going to talk about 154 votes. And it's Todd Hutchings getting the win there. Getting the win. So, yeah, but we're just minutes away. So, actually, I'll show you the match that I'm talking about that we're all going to watch after this one. Let me just get it up on the screen. Oh, right here. So, if I go to share screen, and we go this one here. This is where you need to go to. And share. So the Commonwealth Championship, Matt Smith versus Ted Wilson, brilliant match. So head over here. It starts very, very soonish, 10, 15 minutes, I think. So everyone's there hanging about it. There. This match stole the show. Get amongst it. Get over to Arm Gods. Really, really appreciate it there. All righty, let's talk to you guys. What else have we got? Why did Todd go for a drive in an internet-deprived area to conduct his interview? Because he just finished work. Toddzilla just finished work, and he had a 2.5-hour drive, and he said that's the only time he had to do it. He says, internet's always my problem, but we got a good half an hour out of Toddzilla. Oh, speaking of Arm Gods, my man, Marcus, we're heading over there after this. Hope you're feeling better, Marcus. You're dead set legend. Hope everything is going well. King Huddle says internet deprived. How many beers can Todd down in one go? That man, he can drink. Starts in 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll have a bit of a chat until then, I reckon. And then we're all going to head over there and watch an awesome match. Last night was hilarious. Thank you, boys. I understand why you guys enjoyed it. But it was there. So, yeah, Marcus got a bit of the man flu. Mate, couple of shots of whiskey. I've told you this. Got a nice bottle of whiskey that I'm going to open today from Spermies. Maybe we'll have a drink. Together. So coming up on the show, going to have some more guests next week. We are selling we're going to auction off a signed 2019 Zloty Tour jersey, and it was just recently signed by John Brezink and Alexei Vavoda. So Tim Talmadge from Arm Sports Entertainment said, Aussie, can you auction this for me? I said, absolutely, we're going to do that. In the same day, the last card, the 5 of 5, Aussie arm wrestler, king of the table, that'll be up for auction. And if Uncle John is in America and has access to something, we'll have a third awesome item that will be up for auction. You guys have heard it here first. So a busy few weeks coming up here on the Aussie Arm Wrestler Show. But a lot of fun with Toddzilla. A lot of fun. Onga is favourite. Sorry, Todd Pal. Well, let's see who's had a bet on it. So if I go to bet, not Sambet, bet, staking action. Who you got? How to stake an athlete? Yeah, whatever. No, we just want to launch the staking board. Okay, so, and we'll get to, let's share screen. Because I used to love having a punt. I don't gamble anymore. Me and my mates ran a syndicate arbitrary betting, and we won a bit of money, so we don't like gambling anymore. Block 10 for the Devon Dennis match. Block 10. There you go. That is happening. Only block 2, and it's Toddzilla. That is. So if I chucked $100 on Kydyrgali, I win an extra $50. Not bad. Not bad. And the one thing I love about it, not a shutout stake, not a shutout stake, not a shutout stake. No one's betting on Sasho. It's amazing because if John didn't pull Vavoda, I reckon Sasho would have been sold out. Not a shutout stake. Now we are talking. This makes me even more excited for East versus West as we're going through the card, and 5 matches aren't shutout stakes. Sarah Backman, shutout stake, and that match isn't happening anymore. So that makes me even more excited. All righty, what else have we got in the chat? Everyone's just all having a bit of a chat, bit of a lunch. It's only 8:30 in the morning, so I can't have a whiskey with you, Marcus. But I hope you feel better. Kazi, the Punisher says Onga will beat Toddzilla just like Prudnik did. It's like, oh, you think he's going to win that easy? Big call. But I like it. Sasho, the best in his way. Yeah, that 95 kilo era, no one's touching him. No one, yeah, I'm with you. No one's touching him. There we go. If I think I might do this at the next event, or maybe I could quickly do it now. Because what we do, what we do is I grab like $10 and we do like a popularity vote. So I'm like, who wins? Todd versus Ongarbaev. Everyone goes for Todd, and we chuck $10 on there, and we'll see how far we can roll that $10 on staking. So I think we might start with East versus West, so we get in there. White Wolf, my man. Jake, you looked a bit uncomfortable, but you handled yourself with poise and professionalism. Spermies was texting me what to say, and Big B was going off the rails. Was some of your best work. So what, if you don't know what White Wolf was referring to, was yesterday's podcast with Michael Todd. I loved having a chat with Michael Todd. Everyone in the live chat, not so much. So, yeah, I was just enjoying my chat, and every time I looked over to the chat, they were grilling Michael Todd. And was I a bit uncomfortable? No. I was just a bit like, because Michael was saying his mum's really unwell and losing a lot of sponsors and things like that. And I was just like, wow, if Michael Todd could just get a pass, it's from the usual suspects. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong. So I hardly, because, I love being interactive and you guys, are a huge part of the show. So I didn't put many comments up because there weren't many nice comments. But thank you, Michael, for coming on the show and always helping. And, of course, thank you, Toddzilla. And thank you, guys, for your super chats. Aussie Tanks, what's up, my brother? Ready, bang, bet. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. Marcus. We'll chuck just a tenner and we'll pick one of the matches. And hopefully we can put a $10 on the favorite. So we'll do a vote. What do we reckon? It's got to have 100 votes over all of my socials. Yeah, we'll do it. Spermy, thank you very much. Says White Wolf is full of lies. He actually blocked me on Facebook. So White Wolf blocked you on Facebook. You two are best buds now. That's a lie, Spermies. That is a lie. Actually, I just got to go back because don't forget one of the best matches. Okay, in 12 minutes. 12 minutes, guys. I will end the show in 12 minutes because we're going to go over and watch the Arm Gods match, which is brilliant. So let's talk about some things in here. Matt Smith versus Ted Wilson at Arm Gods was one of two matches of the night. The other one was Darrell Staken and Jason Hill. So we'll get can't wait for that match to come out, but I'm very excited to rewatch the Ted Wilson Matt Smith match. And it was just cool because I got to commentate it with my man Uncle John. So thank you to Arm Gods for that. What have we got here? Usual suspects, Arm God Army. You can't go over 300, mate, because what is your profession? Oh, I like it. If it's done not all the time, I love that chant. I absolutely love that chant. I think it's good. Spermy's just trying to rub my fur the wrong way in the lead up to Carlingford. I haven't lied since going to bed last night on here earlier. You superstar. You superstar. Love it, White Wolf. White Wolves and Spermies. Good hanging out with you guys. It's in Canada. I loved it. Peter's got a quick question. He says, have you considered traveling to some countries in Southeast Asia to check out the arm wrestling scene there? Peter, basically, I will travel anywhere if you pay for it. So all of my trips, I've been very lucky. The promoters have paid for it. They want me to come over and commentate their event. Singapore did get in contact with me not that long ago, but I think I might have stretched their budget considering they've got Schoolboy and Alex Top Roll coming next weekend. So I thought I might have been going over to Singapore. Thailand reached out. They just had an event or about to have an event. So I am open to traveling anywhere, just about anywhere. But yeah, the promoters pay for it. So yeah, to answer your question, Rick Chains has just jumped in. Rick, we did have Todd on for the first half of the show. So if you want to see Toddzilla, he's just in a rural farming area. And we've got to go from there. Also, Uncle John has to sing the British national anthem, God Save the King. That's his punishment. And we've got to come up with a new punishment for him when we do our prediction show for East versus West, because I seem to be winning all the time. So, good chance my bodyguard, my 20-year-old son, coming to Arm Gods. White Wolf, what's your P's and Q's? Mate, your son looks exactly like you. It's very uncanny. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy crap. Like, It's a spitting image, Spermies. A spitting image of it. But that is brilliant. Guys, we are just 7-8 minutes away, and we're all going to go in 7 minutes. We're all going to head to the Arm Gods channel. We're going to head to the Arm Gods channel and watch Matt Smith versus Ted Wilson. I'm telling you, if you got a spare 20 minutes, I don't even think it would go for 20 minutes. It was awesome. One of the match of the nights. It was brilliant. Did you also find it very disrespectful what Devon did yesterday on the podcast? I think he was having a bit of fun. Calkin IBR 67. I did watch it, although it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I might not have seen everything. I think there was definitely a lot of miscommunication. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of miscommunication throughout it, so things didn't get it there, but Devon was just trying to get the match happening. I watched the show back last night. I noticed no super chats. Wonder why? First of all, Marcus, your super chats are massive. Greatly appreciated, and it just blows my mind how much you support me. Really, really appreciate it. There is a trend going on my channel. I don't know what it's like on other channels. Basically, if the athletes don't like the puller, and that is fine. That is fine. I like having interviews with Michael Todd, but I do notice the less people like the athlete, the less super chats, and that is okay. That is okay. You guys vote with your money. But yeah, anyway, hopefully the Island tickets will up on sale this Sunday. If the pullers send their video, hardest part of the promotion posters, check out the match in 10 minutes. Yep, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Yes, get over and watch. Get over and watch that. But the tickets on Island, I'm telling you, okay, watch the match on the Arm Gods channel. They're telling me, like, people are flying. Like, I know, Spermies, White Wolf, Joe Nelson, some of the AWE boys are all paying their bloody hard-earned money, I think, unless Maya's looking after them, but paying their hard-earned bloody money and going over to Ireland because we had maybe 100 people at Valhalla 2. We're going to have 300, 400 at Valhalla 3. Holy shitballs. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And thank you very much, Marcus. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know I hate taking your chat off there, but fire, Scorpion versus Alf. Absolutely. Get on there. 400 seats. Tickets go on sale. It is going to be brilliant. How can it not be? I can't wait. Cannot wait. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, it'll be a brilliant. Also, whoever's in charge of the Arm Gods channel, what you need to do is go into your settings and you've got to give me permission so I can live redirect to your channel. I went to live redirect. So I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. I'll quickly do a customization. I'll just get it up. And then I'll just do a share screen. So what you need to do, right? So redirect, add, search other videos, right? And if I go Arm Gods, Gods. So this match here, redirect privileges needed. Ask Arm Gods to add you to their live redirect list in community settings. So go and do that, because then if I go live or anything before one of your videos like we're doing today, I can immediately send everyone to your premiere. Sound good? Awesome. Because it starts in 3 minutes and we're all going to go over there. What Wolf says, buy your Arm Gods tickets this weekend, lads. I'm buying 10 tickets and so none of you can sit next to me in Carlingford. Especially Spermies. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, White Wolf. You said you were going to look after me today, and you certainly have been a man of your word. Definitely a man of your word. Really, really appreciate it. As we get in there. The sport is too small to be nasty for others. Monster Michael Todd is pushing the sport the same as everyone else. I know the nastiness XQC has cost me sponsorship. What I mean by that is I've had sponsors ready to come in and sponsor the Aussie Arm Wrestler and get me to host an event. And they went and read Facebook, Reddit, YouTube comments. And they were like, yeah, for a niche sport, you guys attack each other flat out and you attack the athletes. I was like, no, but focus on all the good things. And I was trying to pitch them. And they said, nah, we'll see you in a couple of years. So it can happen. But we'll get in there. Yeah, so Paul not know how to do it, but if someone else can, get that Arm God. So just in the future, I can redirect, if I do a live right before an Arm Gods match, if I wasn't having Toddzilla, maybe if you do another one, I could have say Darrell and Jason on before the show, and then we talk about their match without giving it away, and then we head over to their one, if that makes sense. What's up, everybody? Late to the party, but I guess I have to catch you over on Arm Gods. Yes, we're about to end the show right now. Jake, I bought 20 bricks with Marcus's checkbook. Shh, don't tell him. Please, he'll send Martin. Well, if you don't head over to Arm Gods right now and watch Matt Smith versus Ted Wilson with me, then Marcus will send Martin. And you don't want that. That's why I've installed a doorbell so Marcus and Martin never knock on my door. And I'm just going to leave that super chat up there because we are going to end the show now. Thank you all for joining with Toddzilla. And we're going to head over and watch the Ted Wilson versus Matt Scorpion Smith, one of the matches of the night. See you at Arm Gods. Love you all. Thank you all so much. Let's get over to Arm Gods, you dead set legends.